Hello there, it's Sian from the Youth Fairy.
Hi, and I'm Brian from Hypnotherapy Changeworks.
So we're a husband and wife team. We both run mental health practices in the Sea Haven area. As I said, I'm from the Youth Fairy. This is my page. So I work with young people, children and teenagers struggling with anxiety, stress, low confidence, resilience and anger issues.
And I work with adults struggling with anxiety conditions as well as stress.
So we're back tonight for another Bedtime Bliss, a lovely, relaxing, wind down relaxation for your children. They can fall asleep to it tonight, or you can play back. I'll leave it on my Facebook page during the day if you want some chill out time. And Brian's doing one for adults on Fridays, aren't you?
Yeah, Friday, 7:30, lockdown wind down, lovely relaxation to set you into the weekend, feeling nice and chilled, nice and relaxed.
So we're doing this every Monday and Friday during lockdown, just to try and help you guys cope a bit better. It's lovely for the adults and it's great for the kids, trying to keep some of that bedtime routine going. So kids, if you want to grab your blankets, your pillows, your cushions, get yourself ready for bedtime bliss whilst I just talk to your parents for a little bit, just give them some time to do that. So I thought today it might be helpful to talk about technology and screen time obsessions, because this is something that is really, really common at the moment with many of the young people I'm working with. And to be honest, it makes complete sense to us why children might be wanting to spend a bit more time than usual on their devices, why some of those behaviours we're starting to see are getting a little bit more cranky. Some children get quite angry when they're asked to come off it. Some children are finding that they're just thinking about it all the time and they're actually starting to want to do those sorts of things rather than engaging in, I don't know, going out for a walk or going down the beach or, you know, interacting more with their family. And I just thought it would be really helpful to share with you one of the ways that we have approached this as a family in managing that in a way that tries to keep things calm and doesn't kind of generate more anger and more stress and frustration for us as parents, but also for the kids. So to put it really simply, there's a reason why some of our kids might have been getting a bit more, I suppose, addicted or obsessed with technology at the moment, because ultimately we're stuck in a lockdown, aren't we? And we're not able to go out and do those activities, those positive activities, those positive interactions that we might have been able to do before. And those we call it 3Ps, don't we? Positive actions, positive interactions and positive thoughts. And because we're not able to go out and do those things that give us those really good feel good chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, the reward chemical, and those feel good endorphins, our brain looks to try and get them from other ways instead.
And I think sometimes what it does is the brain looks for the quick fix to get that. If the person's feeling a bit down or a bit struggling, it goes, what can I do that's going to give me this instant gratification that's going to boost my mood right now? When gaming can be one of those things. You can also get it from things like food as well. You know, you might have found yourself or the kids overeating a little bit more, reaching for the snack cupboard a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, finishing off that bottle of wine.
Don't know what you mean.
Yeah. So, you know, it makes sense to me why we're in this lockdown. We can't go and engage in those positive activities and interactions that normally give us those feel-good chemicals. So our brain wants it, and it will get it from other ways, whether, like Brian just said, eating, or for our kids, gaming. But the way that we've approached this as a family to actually monitor this but also try and deal with it in a calm, respectful way is to actually give the kids some autonomy, actually have them play a part in what healthy use of technology looks like and what those unhealthy behaviors look like. So we sat down as a family, didn't we, and we actually explored this with Rupert. He's 7 years old, and we actually had a discussion and we mind mapped and brainstormed, what does healthy online behavior look like? And he had ideas and we had ideas, and it was very much and we were kind of very much including him rather than us just telling him. And yeah, sometimes we've got to give them some ideas, but we came up with this list together. And then we looked at the opposite and we explored, right, okay, so that's what healthy behaviours look like. What do unhealthy iPad behaviours look like, or gaming behaviours? And so we asked questions, for example, like, okay, Rupert, so if you were engaging in unhealthy behaviours, what might you be doing? How might you be feeling? What might we see you doing? What might we notice about you? What might your sister notice and see? And then you can do the same with the healthy. So if and you could do it with yourselves as well. In fact, we did it as a whole family. So, you know, if mummy and daddy were using technology sensibly, what would you be seeing? What would you be noticing?
Word of warning with that, though, because you might get called out on it, as I did.
You did.
I was, obviously, I've got to use my phone for work, sometimes setting appointments and stuff like that. But Rupert came up and went, Daddy, you're not working right now. You're scrolling through Facebook. And I had to give it up. But he was right, to be fair.
But he was doing it in a very supportive way, though, wasn't he? Like, Daddy, what I'm seeing right now is an unhealthy...
It got me out of the scroll hole, so it was actually a good thing.
Yeah. So actually just giving them some autonomy and actually going, right, what do those healthy behaviours look like? What does unhealthy behaviour look like? And actually getting a list. And so you all have an understanding as a family what that looks like. And then you can use that to deal with consequences for some of those unhealthy behaviours. And we try and take quite a calm, respectful approach. So rather than, you know, maybe kind of a knee-jerk reaction, let's say Rupert was getting a bit cranky, I asked him to come off and he'd had his little warning, and you know, sometimes when he's having a hard time he'll just lie on the floor, won't he? We're like, we're going out for a walk, and he'll just lie on the floor and be like, but I'm tired. And you know, as much as I can feel sometimes like I want to have a bit of a knee-jerk reaction, say, right, that's it, no iPad, you know, actually what we try and do is stay quite calm and respectful about it. So I might say to him, okay, Rupert, actually, what I'm seeing right now is something that we talked about being an unhealthy iPad behaviour, and then that might start a discussion. And then we might talk together about, okay, so some of these unhealthy behaviours are starting to slip in at the moment. What do you think you need to do to get back on the healthier side? And he might say something like, okay, we need to go out for more walks, or maybe I need to have a couple of days off. So just try and encourage him to take responsibility for recognising those unhealthy behaviours, but also what are we going to do about it?
I think it's one of those things that it's trial and error and taking a bit of time with it, and you can't necessarily expect them to get it right all the time, and particularly at first, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. You both learn how to cope better with those behaviours and how to recognise them more.
Yeah, and I very much see it as trying to, you know, help him take responsibility for the future. You know, when he's kind of 20, 30 years old and I'm not here to keep an eye on it, I want him to actually go, oh, I recognise I'm starting to get a bit cranky, I'm starting to get a bit miserable at the moment, or getting a bit angry, or I'm feeling like I'm not wanting to go out and do things. Oh, maybe that's because I'm spending too much time doing some of these other things. So for me, it's about bigger picture stuff. It's about helping him to recognise in himself as he grows. So hopefully that was helpful. You know, it doesn't always go as well as you hoped it would. And, you know, you ask those questions and you don't quite get the response you were hoping for. But yeah, it's just trial and error and consistency, isn't it? And, you know, just keep giving it a go. So I think everybody should have had plenty of time now to get their bits and bobs together. So you should feel nice to relax from this relaxation. So just make sure if your children are not in bed and they're not going to fall asleep to this, just make sure they're somewhere safe, so they're not going to fall off a sofa or anything like that. And we shall crack on with tonight's Bedtime Bliss. So if you could just dim the lights for me, Brian, that would be fab. And I'm going to move the microphone a little bit closer to me. And you can just settle yourself down now and begin to relax for me. So just start by allowing your eyes to close and focusing on your breathing for me. So lovely, slow breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you can just begin to settle yourself down now, nice and relaxed, and let go. So I'd like you to just start by thinking about those little muscles right at the top of your head. Many people don't realise that tension and tightness often start in those little muscles right at the top of your head. So I want you to really focus on those little muscles and just allow them to completely let go and relax. Now, all the muscles of your face, just let them start to loosen and relax. Your forehead, your eyes and your eyelids. your cheeks, your mouth, even your jaw. It's a lovely feeling when you just let your face completely relax, because you can actually feel the skin settling and smoothing out. And it might mean that your mouth opens a little bit, but whatever's best for you, just let it happen. Unclenching your teeth and relaxing your tongue, because the more you physically relax, the more your mind will relax too. Thinking about your neck and your shoulder muscles now, and all the way into the tops of your arms. Letting all tension completely drain away as you think on down into your elbows, your forearms, down through your wrists and into your hands, all the way down to the very tips of your fingers, your thumbs. Just letting all those muscles let go and completely relax. And now thinking about your breathing and just noticing that you're breathing even more steadily, even more slowly. As you relax more and more, you can just let any tightness and tension completely drain away. And as you continue to relax here, enjoying these moments all for yourself, just let your mind drift and dream, and I'd like you to imagine something for me. Imagine that you're standing at the top of 10 steps overlooking the most beautiful beach you've ever seen. Maybe it's somewhere you've been before, or somewhere you've seen in a film or perhaps on TV. Or maybe it's somewhere completely new. A place that you're creating all for yourself right now. And you know that as you make your way down those stairs, you'll find yourself relaxing more and more with each step, taking you closer to that calm, safe, relaxing place, that beach where no one ever goes but you. Where you can feel just exactly as you'd like to feel here today. Calm, safe, completely relaxed, and all you need to do is make your way down those stairs. So just following my voice now as I count from 10 to 9, perfectly at ease as you continue down to 8 and 7. And as you step down to 6, you notice this picture forming in the sand. This picture that as you look at it fills you with the most wonderful feeling of calmness that just wraps itself around you. And you continue down to 5, you're halfway down now, really looking forward to feeling your toes sink into the sand at the bottom. 4 to 3, it's almost as if you're floating now on a cushion of air. Not quite touching the steps anymore, just floating on down. From 2 to 1. And you can relax your shoulders, every muscle perfectly at ease. And now you find yourself on your beach and it's so sunny and warm. And if you really think about it, I imagine you can feel the sun on your face, the sand underneath your toes. And as you look out over the water, you notice that the sun is shining down, making it such a sparkly blue. And you wander over to the shore and you sit yourself down, just noticing how you feel safe, calm, relaxed, completely happy. You feel safe, calm, relaxed, completely happy. And now I'd like you to bring into your mind a colour that represents those feelings for you. The calm feeling, the safe feeling, the relaxed feeling. The first colour you think of will normally be the right one, but sometimes another one will appear and that will feel even better. If that happens, you could choose to stay with that one or merge the two together. Whatever's right for you, just let it happen. If you're having any trouble seeing a colour, don't worry, just trust that it's there and feel it instead. Now, see if you can make those feelings and that colour even stronger. The safe feeling, the calm feeling, the relaxing feeling. And now imagine that your colour is becoming brighter and clearer and it's wrapping itself around you. It's warm, soft, comforting, like a lovely snuggly blanket. Now imagine that you can actually breathe your colour in. As you breathe in, imagine your colour just filling every single part of you. Feel it calming you, relaxing you, a beautiful colour chosen by you, exactly right for you. And now that you have your colour, you can practice this just a few minutes each day, lying down in a comfortable chair, sofa, and just allow your eyes to close and imagine yourself bringing back your colour, breathing it in, feeling it calm you, relax you. A wonderful colour chosen by you, exactly right for you. And the more you practice using your colour, you will find the easier it will become to bring back those safe, calm feelings. In fact, you will find that you will be able to bring back those safe, calm feelings without even having to close your eyes. And so as you continue to relax here, enjoying these moments all for yourself, I'd like to finish with a few thoughts in the form of a story. There was once a king who offered a prize to the artist who could paint the most perfect picture of peace. Many artists tried, but there were just two that the king really liked. One was this beautiful lake. Mountains surrounded it with the most wonderfully beautiful trees. The sky was the clearest of blue. There was not a cloud in sight. This was the perfect picture of peace. The other picture had mountains too, but these were rugged and bare, and this foaming waterfall fell down the side. The sky was dark and rain fell and lightning played. This did not look peaceful at all, but when the king looked more closely, he saw in a crack in the side of the mountain this bush. And in this bush, a little bird had built its nest. And sat there in the middle of this rush of angry water, rain and lightning was this little bird in perfect peace. I imagine you're wondering which picture won the prize. Well, the king chose the second one. And when he was asked why, he explained. Because peace does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. Peace means to be in the middle of all of those things and still be calm in your heart. So if you're in bed now enjoying this relaxation, you can just continue to drift and dream and settle yourself into a nice, comfortable sleep. If you're not going to be falling asleep to this, you can take a nice deep breath, refocus yourself back into the space, feeling relaxed, refreshed, and ready to enjoy the rest of your evening.